Have mercy on me, O God, according to your unfailing love. According to your great compassion, blot out my transgressions. Wash away all my iniquity and cleanse me from my sins. For I know my transgressions and my sin is always before me. Against you only have I sinned and done what is evil in your sight. So you are right in your verdict and justified when you judge. Surely I was sinful at birth, sinful from the time my mother conceived me. Yet you desired faithfulness even in the womb. You taught me wisdom in that secret place. Cleanse me with hyssop, and I will be clean. Wash me, and I will be whiter than snow. Let me hear joy and gladness. Let the bones you have crushed rejoice. Hide your face from my sins and blot out all my iniquity. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Do not cast me from your presence or take your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation and grant me a willing spirit to sustain me. Cast me not away. Cast me not away from your presence, O Lord. Take not your Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation and renew your spirit within me. Cast me not away. Cast me not away from your presence, O Lord. Take not your Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation and renew your spirit within me. And renew your spirit within me. Do not cast me from your presence or take your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation and grant me a willing spirit to sustain me. Then I will teach transgressors your ways, so that sinners will turn back to you. Deliver me from the guilt of bloodshed, O God, you who are God, my Savior, and my tongue will sing of your righteousness. Open my lips, Lord, and my tongue, my mouth will declare your praise. You do not delight in sacrifice, or I will bring it. You do not take pleasure in burnt offerings. My sacrifice, O God, is a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart. You, God, will not despise. May it please you to prosper Zion, to build up the walls of Jerusalem. Then you will delight in the sacrifices of the righteous. In burnt offerings offered, whole and bull will be offered on your altar. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God is, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampant. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say the Lord is my refuge and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guide you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lions and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent, because he loves you, says the Lord. I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. He will call on me and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. Contend, Lord, with those who contend with me. Fight against those who fight against me. Take up shield and armor. Arise and come to my aid. Brandish spear and javelin against those who pursue me. Say to me, I am your salvation. May those who seek my life be disgraced and put to shame. May those who plot my ruin be turned back in dismay. May they be like chaff before the wind, with the angel of the Lord driving them away. May their path be dark and slippery, with the angel of the Lord pursuing them. Since they hid their net for me without cause, and without cause dug a pit for me, may ruin overtake them by surprise. May the net they hid entangle them. May they fall in the pit to their ruin. Then my soul will rejoice in the Lord and delight in his salvation. My whole being will exclaim, who is like you, Lord? You rescue the poor from those too strong for them, the poor and needy from those who rob them. Ruthless witnesses come forward. They question me on things I know nothing about. They repay me evil for good and leave me like one bereaved. Yet when they were ill, I put on sackcloth and humble myself with fasting. When my prayers returned to me unanswered, I went about mourning as though for my friend or brother. I bowed my head in grief as though weeping for my mother. But when I stumbled, they gathered in glee. Assailants gathered against me without my knowledge. They slandered me without ceasing. Like the ungodly, they maliciously mocked. They gnashed their teeth at me. How long, Lord, will you look on? Rescue me from their ravages, my precious life from these lions. I will give you thanks in the great assembly. Among the thrones I will praise you. Do not let those gloat over me who are my enemies without cause. Do not let those who hate me without reason maliciously wink the eye. They do not speak peaceably, but devise false accusations against those who live quietly in the land. They snare at me and say, aha, aha, with our own eyes we have seen it. Lord, you have seen this. Do not be silent. Do not be far from me, Lord. Awake and rise to my defense. Contend for me, my God and Lord. Vindicate me in your righteousness, Lord my God. Do not let them gloat over me. Do not let them think, just what we wanted, or say, we have swallowed him up. May all who gloat over my distress be put to shame and confusion. May all who exalt themselves over me be clothed with shame and disgrace. May those who delight in my vindication shout for joy and gladness. May they always say, the Lord be exalted, who delight in the well-being of his servant. My tongue will proclaim your righteousness, your praises all day long. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right path for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Ise.
As long as we come on air every evening, the whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwokika Abiyama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiyama, who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation, as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have Let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind through the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine Bigebi Rone Bigebi. He said, my name is.
It's Young Flight on the beats.
The silver jacket body with Biafra gun. Umokoko, mad people everywhere. Dara. What you don't know is bigger than you. 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 Hey, he dey make me yo gaga. He dey make me yo gaga. He dey make me yo gaga. This your G, he dey make me yo gaga. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth. Yeah. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth. Yeah. Ah, he dey make me yo gaga. Mama, he dey make me yo gaga. In this your G, he dey make me yo gaga. Sabotage, he dey make me yo for you. Obi that it, obi them fools everywhere. Obi that it, obi them fools everywhere. Obi that it, obi them fools everywhere. When we talk about our freedom, we not go the fence. When we talk about our freedom, they go the fence. When we talk about our freedom, they go the fence. Yeah, he dey pay me yo gaga. Mama, he dey pay me yo gaga. In this your G, he dey pay me yo gaga. Sabotage, he dey pay me yo gaga. Yeah. Biafra voice 247. Love you, we love you, Reggie, me blood brother man, you know. We go Chris. Chiamaka, Ogarov, Rastaman of God. Love you. Yeah. Biafra, you know. Ikuku. Bad guy, you know. Water master. Love you. I can't have a go on. I get challenged with a minute. All them enemies of Biafra, mad people everywhere. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about our freedom, now go the best. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about our freedom, we now go the best. Yeah, he dey pay me yo for you. He dey pay me yo gaga. Africans, he dey pay me yo gaga. This your G, he dey pay me yo gaga. He dey pay me yo gaga. Omo, he dey pay me yo gaga. I don't know what's wrong with the reasoning ability of a black man. My God. So I'm on that maximum respect. Yeah. He dey pay me yo for you. He dey pay me yo gaga. Africa.
Makana wapana kamado Muna fuji penanya Lepa mirirure Oge si makasuna no Oga think about your life Because the end time is so near.
All right, sabotage ni nasimunu wepo ake nwenofe makano okwala kamadunke bazua. Oh God, think about your life because end time is just around the corner.
Oga think about your life because the end time is so near. Ndi mutu inusi agwawati matiano di eburisi ya na tresino jiri ege go ma presino makanu panu boko opa kichiri ya abona boso ndelo ona yeku chikona kana asi maburo kuno mare ya buru bi haru na mogara pala na ho surrounding bozo Obado maketo Money is not everything. Let's fight for our freedom. For our freedom is right. Papa Mubarak see. Nabia Frabalamo. Iabuna Nemino. Kambu Paraya no. Makanoji Femata Winyakaye. Akalobe Ilo Nesia. Ole Wufe Paranifea. Nkabu Paraniko. Biafra is my land. Biafra, I must go back to our land. And just a one or two courses. If I would come here 4 years ago, Gonna jump in there, so Uncle Roger Kahala. Mano, yes, no, governor, West in Notre one Nigeria. Yabiko Solonga, Salagausa, can you measure one neighbor? Makanobu, Gausa, as the good governor is. Not that you tap on the house of woman.
Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom, depending on location. Today's date is 13th of December 2024, and the time right now is exactly 35 minutes past 8 p.m. here in the land of Chukwuoki Kabiama. We are live and direct. And I am very, very certain that Chukwuoki Kabiama Bineli is bearing us witness this very evening. I welcome every one of you. As I can see your names in the comment section, you are welcome. Please, once you are here, endeavor to welcome others, for we have come to do the needful this very evening. Those of you who are standing tall in this very precarious time, I want to let you know that you're in history of Biafra. There is this very word that our Prime Minister usually say, that he doesn't care about the name is being interested. Can you hear my voice, please? If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section, because I don't understand this network this very evening. Can you hear my voice? If you can, let me know in the comment section. Very important. If you can hear my voice, let me know in the comment section, please, before we continue. Okay. I usually say he doesn't care about is what he life. I am very certain the network is very, very disturbing this evening. Please, if you can hear me once again, let me know in the comment section. I don't know what is going on with the network this evening, because I am already feeling it from my own side. Can you hear me, Biafrans? I don't know what's going on. Maybe I have to confirm from my own telephone, because I'm feeling the network is not very clear. Our Prime Minister said, it is not about what he is called today, but what he will be called tomorrow in the next 10 years. Because his plan is to make history and his name be written in gold. And those of us who have followed him work very, very close. Okay, I can see that my voice is coming out because I've checked with my own phone.
Those of us who have followed him are very, very close with him will tell that Simon Ek the name that he will be called in the next 10 years. I am very, very certain that none of us have ever been maligned like the Prime Minister of the BRGIE, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoko, and also Mazinam Dekano himself, who happens to be the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, has also been called all kinds of derogatory names. But today, those who spoke bad against him are equally speaking good about him today. Only one thing is for sure. One thing is for sure. And this thing that is for sure is that Ezioku bife na akwụ ọtọ mgbe niile, and okwu asị na bango. I have not come here to castigate anyone, neither have I come here to talk down on anyone. I have come here to do what I have been doing since I joined this very liberation movement for the restoration of the Biafran sovereignty. I want to let you know, my fellow Biafrans, you do not need to be told who is doing it right. You do not need to be told who to follow. Somebody wrote here in the comment section that he is confused. If you are confused, then I don't know what I could do for you. Because, just like as I said a couple of minutes or seconds ago, n'eziokwu na-akwụ ọtọ, okwu asị na-agba ngọ. No matter how you try to paint it, no matter how you try to change it, no matter how you try to squeeze it, no matter how you try to change the narrative, truth only stands the test of time. I told you from beginning of this very saga and incident that I am not telling you to follow anybody. I am not standing or fighting for any individual or any group. The last broadcast that I did, my own concern is not about whatever that is their problem in house, because I was not there. I made it clear from beginning. That is the reason why I did not talk about their personal matters, because I was not there. And when I called for meeting for both of them, they both did not respond to that. They did not come or even allow the meeting to hold. So that is the reason why it is impossible for me to come and tell you what is their problem. I have received a lot of messages on the on WhatsApp, people telling me, how could I ignore what is going on, the main purpose, and I'm talking about the dissolution of the government and Biafra Charter. And I look at them, I wonder how they reason. When I have been telling you from the first broadcast and the second broadcast which I have made concerning this very latest development, that I do not know what is wrong with them. I don't know what is their problem. That is the reason why I listened to a Biafran elder that I always take his word very, very seriously and try to call them for a dialogue. They refuse to show up. My problem is the dissolution of the Biafra government set up by Mazi Samanepa, that I know how I fought hand in hand with him to rescue this very struggle and the then Eastern Security Network. Every other thing that is their problem is for themselves. They should know how to sort themselves out, because I have called for unity. So if you don't know what is going on or where I stand, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to remove your biasness, remove whatever you are thinking about, remove your emotion, and go back and listen to that very broadcast from beginning till the end. Somebody was asking me, how can I call for a meeting? When Mazi Samanepa was around, was I calling for a meeting? And I look at them, I wonder how they reason. When Mazi Samanepa was around, I will answer that very question here on this live broadcast, even though what I'm doing is just a preamble. This is not the main thing that I want to talk about this very evening. Please, once you join me here, endeavor to share and like the broadcast. Very, very important. When the Prime Minister, Mazi Samanepa, was here, was around, was free, I have called meeting with the PM before the government. Let me make it clear. Before the government was formed, I have called meetings with the Prime Minister. I have equally interviewed him on my live broadcast, personally, not joint broadcast, on my personal broadcast. I have called meeting between me, him, and of course, Madam Azoka. When Nelly was with us, I have called meeting between me, him, and also Nelly. Then when the government was formed, I did not or have not called the Prime Minister for a meeting again, because before the inception of the government, it was strictly only for the media team. The Biafra, the Biafra liberation movement was, of course, carried out, or everything about the Biafra movement was done or anchored by the media team. There was nothing like the government. And we were very, very few as at that time. Everybody listening today, both those in the government and those outside the government, were all following the directives from the media team. This media team that has become useless today. Before the inception of the government, everything about the government, everything about the agitation and liberation of Biafra was all about the media team. The media team was the only one, taking full control and responsibility of everything about the liberation of Biafra from that very moment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. And we were very, very few. I can count us, not even more than 10, taking responsibility and carrying all the affairs of the Biafra movement. So it was easy for us to gather as easy as possible, call for a meeting. I was the one who promised the Prime Minister, maybe one of these days I will replay that very interview, the broadcast I made with the Prime Minister for the first time. I promised him to gather all the media, all the as they called us that time, autopilot. I promised him live on air that I will organize, gather every media person under the autopilot together, that we may move the struggle forward. It was a promise that I made to him live on air. And he counted on me. And I did it. So, I used to call meeting then because we were very, very few. But since the inception of the government, many people came into the struggle. A lot of people, hundreds of people, if not thousands, came into the limelight. Ekeolu enwere ife a na-akpọ na enwere ife ndị Igbo na-ekwu si ekele olu eke. Ewe keolu. After the government was formed, we now have many functions and functionalities in the government whereby everybody is minding his or her own business in the government and his or her own office in the government. So there is no any need for me to begin to call the prime minister or whoever in the government for a meeting, because ekegolo and the enwego many people in the government, everybody amalugolo ya, everybody more office ya. So me calling for a meeting would have been of no use. And that is the first part of that answer. Second part, what things that made that very question irrelevant and foolish is because when the prime minister was free with us, I don't have to call meeting because in this kind of a thing that is happening has never happened before under the prime minister. So those or that whoever that was asking that question, you need to go and check your brain. What is happening now that made me call for the meeting has never ever happened before under the prime minister. So I had no reason of calling for a meeting. No reason whatsoever. Because what made me call for this meeting has never happened before. Why prime minister is here with us. You understand? So now, having put that to bed, in case you don't understand it, you go and check how you reason. Another thing I have heard is that they say that I'm so arrogant. They say that I'm so arrogant. Yes, I am. I am very, very arrogant, extremely arrogant, and I do not have any apology to you or to anyone about it. If this my arrogancy is something that will bring or help to bring Biafra or put the enemies at bay, I will be very, very okay and comfortable with my arrogance. If my arrogance is what is needed to put the enemies at bay and check, then this my arrogance is exactly what is needed, especially at this very critical moment. So those of you that say, I am so arrogant, I have no problem of being arrogant. I have no problem of being arrogant in as much as my arrogance also contributed immensely to the struggle that we are fighting today for freedom. Not now that you put it at my face to portray me as evil, that will make me to stop being arrogant. But when I was arrogant, challenging the DOS, fighting the DOS, exposing their criminality, you were enjoying that very arrogance. But now, because I also showed you what our law says, that this law should be followed, irrespective of their problem in-house. Let this law be followed. Then you now realize that I am arrogant. Shame on you. Shame on you. Our prime minister said, in case you don't remember, let me play it for you.
You have made history today. By the power conferred on me as the prime minister into exile. Yes. And after you have voted for the open gate for Biafra freedom, which is 100% vote, this charter has become a law, and therefore shall be called the Biafra Helsinki Declaration 2023.
Did you get it? The Prime Minister on stage on the 20th of October 2023 made it clear, by the power converge in me as the Prime Minister and your own vote. It's not only the power converge in him, he said, and your own vote, which is 100%, that this charter has become a law. And they shut him up. They shut him up. So when I came to read the charter for us and the way things should be done, I did not talk about what is the problem between both of them or the two groups. I read it clear. In as much as we want to leave the zoo, as long as we want to leave the zoo, let us follow what, because we have a charter. Some people, I also have I saw someone saying that there is charter and there is constitution. There is charter and there is constitution. That the charter is not constitution. So what does the constitution say? What does the constitution of Biafra say? And is this constitution in practice? Is it functioning at this moment? In which land, on what ground is this constitution functioning at this very moment? As far as concerned, the constitution that we are using, even here in Biafra land, which is, of course, at the moment, where they call southeast of Nigeria, under of Nigeria. If you want to tell yourself the truth, you tell yourself the truth. So I read currently not for that thing, and I said this is the charter of Biafra, and let it be what we should be following at the moment till further notice. Anything outside the charter, I am not there. And I am very, very sincere about it. It doesn't matter what people say about me. They said they have paid me money, no problem. They paid me money, that is what you said. If that's what you're saying, you claim that they have paid me money, and you have also alleged that they have paid others money. So if you say they have paid me money, and I know very well that nobody paid me money to say what I'm saying, that means all you have been saying about others are lies. As for all you have been lies. You say they paid me money. Only with your mouth, you say they paid me money that have collected billions or millions. So to me, even though I have any art from what you were saying about other people that they have paid them money, and then you come around to say that they have also paid me money, then you have been lying all these years. That means you have been lying all these years to Biafrans. Yes. And then I also see, I saw something else. They said they have sacked Biafra Unite from from the BLGIE media. I think I can bring that one on the screen. I'm just doing preambles because this is not the reason why I have come this evening. After this, I will, of course, leave this matter and go straight to why I have come here this evening. So this is what something that is flying currently on the social media. I went to Dr. Ngozi Orabeze's X account. I did not find this. I didn't see it. So, but according to those who are sharing it, they say that this is sent on WhatsApp. Even though if you check the background here, you will see that this is WhatsApp background. So this very message was shared on WhatsApp group. So according to them, they said, "Greetings, great Biafrans. Sonia Parawa, Rafael Ajere, Vam Vam Vam, Vision 555, and Biafra Unite henceforth ceases to be part of or represent USB/BLGIE media." Wow. Like, seriously. So, first and foremost, nobody employed me. It's the same way Mazi Simonepa was fraudulently sacked by the DOS on Radio Biafra when they did not even employ him. He was sacked by the DOS fraudulently when they did not even employ him. So, Bikono, like as I said from beginning, I am not going to be dragged into this very saga that is going on. My only problem and my concern is the dissolution of the government in exile to form another government in exile. I am not in support of it, and I can never be in support of it. That is the thing. I cannot join myself with their personal matters because I was not there when it happened. I cannot tell what is their problem, and I cannot delve into it. I tried my best to call for a meeting between both of them for us to iron it because I'm a man of peace. I am a man of peace. So I tried to call, at least to show that my humbleness, to show my sincerity. I called them. My own record is there. That is why I'm happy. I'm happy for myself and the role that I have played. I called them for a meeting. Initially, I asked for cabinet meeting, which I am not there. I just asked them to call a cabinet meeting and dissolve it. Just invite me to come and say something, to plead on behalf of whosoever that is feeling offended. I will plead on behalf of the person that has offended anybody. I will kneel down and plead. That very call was unanswered. Then I asked for individually to meet. I asked to meet individually between both of them. Nobody listened to me. So I will not delve into their personal matters. But in as much as there is a charter which was signed into law, which I have played you the video of our Prime Minister, and this charter has been rendered useless by a singular act. That means Biafra Unite is not there. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what anybody says about me. It doesn't matter the propaganda. I am not there. That is the simple truth. I am not there. I am not there. Unless you come and tell me where the two parties are there to speak for themselves. Look at this is what has happened. Anything I hear from the social media, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't fight this struggle with emotions. No. I am not here with emotions. So if somebody is coming on social media threatening and calling names, calling people all manner of names, you are Sabo, you are this, you are that, I am not there, and I won't be there as far as I'm concerned. The only thing I know is that what the Prime Minister said is what we are going to keep until we are proven otherwise by the Prime Minister, and then we'll find a way to move forward. Now, having said this very broadcast will not be a long one. I want us to look into the current matter based on the title of this very broadcast. As you can see, I have titled it, "Zoo has failed again as DOS Nigeria try to rejuvenate their already." So let us listen to this very, of course, interaction by the media platform, by Nigeria media platform, and hear what they want to say, and of course, the message from the DOS.
To their homeland to celebrate Christmas. IPOP Director of Publicity, Ima Powerful, is assuring to their homeland to celebrate Christmas. IPOP Director of Publicity, Ima Powerful, is assuring the people that its Eastern Security Network, ESN, would ensure safety and a peaceful atmosphere during the period. IPOP described.
Now, one more word, the last word I want to say before moving away from that very conversation. I want all Biafrans to watch. I want all Biafrans to watch. Like as I told you, so many of you were quick to make conclusion. Many of you were very, very quick to conclude because of what you hear on social media. I want all Biafrans to watch and see how everything is going to happen moving forward. You are going to see who is fighting for freedom and who is not fighting for freedom. This last word that I'm saying now, remember I told you last time I was live, I told you that that was going to be the last time I would talk about this issue. Remember I told you that? Yes. And I'm trying to stand on that word. So the last word I want to tell you, don't be quick. Do not be too fast to make conclusion based on what you are seeing on social media or based on your emotions. I want you to watch. I am giving challenge to the two parties because I do not belong to any of them. Like as I said before, I will only keep doing what I have been doing before under the PM until I am proven otherwise. And how do I prove? How are they going to prove me otherwise? By letting me know what has already happened. So, not by hearing side talks from one party and another to another party. I am not here for that. So, what I'm telling Biafrans today, being 13th of December 2024, is watch out. Watch out how everything is going to play out. You will know who is actually fighting or who is actually on the side of the truth. You are going to see. Don't be fast to make conclusion to conclude or to make your decision. Don't be fast. Watch and see with your own eyes. Like as I said before, I am still standing on what Mazin Simon Ekpa put in place. Any other thing, I am not there. Unless I am proven otherwise. But you watch out and see. You will know who has come to fight, to continue the fight, and who has come to destroy the fight. You will see with your own eyes. I may not even make the exposition. I may not even talk. I will just keep on doing my normal broadcast as I have been doing. You watch out and see with your own eyes. It's not going to be too long from now. It won't be too far from now. In the next 1 month to 2 months, you will see who is actually here to continue the fight or who is here to end the fight for freedom. Okay? That's my word to you. Let us continue with this program.
To their homeland to celebrate Christmas. IPOP Director of Publicity, Ima Powerful, is assuring the people that its Eastern Security Network, ESN, would ensure safety and a peaceful atmosphere during the period.
First of all, I want to let the whole world know that there is nothing like Eastern Security Network anymore. IPOB Ima Powerless wrote a memo telling he called them Igbo people. Let me even confirm from this very man if he said Igbo people or Biafran people, that they should come back home. That the Eastern Security Network is there to protect them. I will show you the job that the Biafra Liberation Army has been doing for the past couple of days and what the Zoo Janjaweed terrorists has already done in the last couple of days. And I will ask my powerless and the criminals in the limited, where are they? Let's continue.
The people that its Eastern Security Network, ESN, would ensure safety and a peaceful atmosphere during the period. IPOP described Aligbo, that is the Igbo land, Aligbo, as a historically peaceful region.
You see how they have narrowed it. IPOP described Aligbo, Igbo land. IPOP described, that is a map of, narrowed their agitation. You know, they are still under agitation. They are still agitating. They do not know. Nobo agalugofa. Obo agalugofa long ago. Somebody said, Biafra Unite. Ogenkere called you to grant your request, but you did not pick your call. Fine. If Mazi Ogenkere called me to, I don't know who is writing. I don't know you are writing from which end. If Mazi Ogenkere called me to grant me my request, the only thing I requested from him is to give me go-ahead order to call for a 3-man meeting. So if he called me to grant me my request and the Ngozi Orabueze insulted me on top of it, that means the meeting wouldn't have, the meeting is impossible for the meeting to hold because one person has rejected vehemently from the word go. So no problem. Don't worry about that, my brother or sister. Don't worry about that. It has happened. It has happened. I don't hold any grudges against anyone. Let's continue.
Required Ndigbo to contribute to maintaining harmony. Journalist Hangout wishes Ndigbo and all Nigerians a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It
would be good news if it's really true.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the news is fake, but in a minute,
In real terms.
If you have been fortunate to celebrate Christmas in Igboland, you will agree it's the best place to celebrate Christmas.
I agree with you. Okay.
What you will see on display, you will be shocked that this is Nigeria. I'm talking before the lunatics, took over the space and started destroying everything.
You are the lunatics. You are the lunatic. Or all of you in the studio there are the lunatics. Because I hate it when an elderly person, that is the reason why I spoke out. I hate it when an elderly person stays in the house and watch a she-goat gives birth on a rope tied on her neck. It is an abomination. A typical abomination. An old man like this, I don't even know his name, calling people who are fighting for their freedom lunatics. Because you are sitting somewhere in Lagos with air condition. Every month, your account continues to swell up. Money being paid to you by the government that you serve. And then any other thing is useless. You don't care about what is going on out there. And I'm very, very certain from your own village, probably this man is an Afonja, maybe from your own village, maybe you are from the village, from the community where some people are currently seeking asylum in Benin Republic, although I don't know where he comes from. I'm just guessing. Maybe if you're an Igbo man, which I doubt so much, maybe where you come from is among the places that have been ravaged by the terrorism of the Zoo Janjaweed military, or even before that, maybe by the terrorism of the Fulani herdsmen terrorists. And you are there sitting comfortably in the studio with air condition, calling those who are fighting for their freedom lunatics. Shame on you. Shame on you. I got doing okay. Ifele me buogi. Ifele me buogi.
Before the criminals, Igbo land is the best place in Nigeria to celebrate Christmas. You will see sons and daughters of Igbo land coming from every part of the world. You will see masquerade. You will see
some people use it to also get married. You don't mind.
One period of the year that Igbo people don't talk with.
Don't make me sing a song credited to the late Ian Shaw.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on Igbo man.
Hold on.
Okay.
Based on what he said.
Okay.
He said, Ukara this way. In them, Christmas is not sweet anywhere else except in Calabar.
Well, Calabar meaning Calabar as a generic word for. I can't like me saying Christmas is also
But
I just put spoon. I don't.
You are from there. It's okay.
No, Calabar is
But the truth is, when you celebrate, you will love to go back.
I agree with you.
Even when you go back to your homestead at Christmas time, you let your head down.
It's different. It's different in Igbo. Okay. But when all these more powerful, what they call themselves, took over the space and started determining who should live, who should not live, who should go, who should not move, and all of that, they destroyed the economy of that. They are coming back. Who is engineering this? Maybe.
Did you hear him? He said they are coming back to their senses. They are coming back to their senses. You understand? They are coming back to, so Ema Powerless and DOS are coming back to their senses. Because of what? Ema Powerless has dished out an information that Eastern Security Network is there to protect everybody. So I want to show you something, my fellow Biafrans. I want to show you something and I want you to pay attention to it. And what I want to show you now is a question to Ema Powerless. First of all, let me show you the Janjaweed terrorists. You know, not only the militarization of the Janjaweed, but also the terrorism of the Janjaweed. I want you to pay attention. So, I don't know if you can see it. What you are seeing right now is something that is happening in our own land. This is what is going on in our own land. So the question is, Ema Powerless, where is your Eastern Security Network? I'm going to show you the other part of it. You can see there are tanks everywhere. If you look at this place, you see their tanks. These are the Janjaweed terrorists. On the road, not even in the bush, on the road. This place is a residential area. You can see it. Ema Powerless, where is your Eastern Security Network? And what is their job? As if that is not enough, we are going to see something else. Let's see something else. I have very important questions to ask them this evening. Those who have come to deceive our people, and they don't want to tell them the truth. They don't want to tell them what is going on in our land. Now, if you look, I don't want to play this very video. Let me just show you clip by clip. If you look at here, what you are seeing now is what is happening. How the Zoo Janjaweed left the bush or forest where the gallant Biafra Liberation Army are, and then went to people's homes and set them ablaze. How I wish you can hear the volume from here, because I'm playing this from a different page. It is impossible for you to hear the volume from here, but I will explain to you. The same Janjaweed invaded a village, a community, in the father's house, no law father, Onyo Kochuku, and bulldozer his house. Ema Powerless, where is your Eastern Security Network? And this building owned by a father, a reverend father, is it the camp of the Biafra Liberation Army? The answer is no. The answer is no. This very building you see here is owned by a reverend father. But the Zoo Janjaweed came into this very compound and set it ablaze. In Mapawales, where is your Eastern Security Network? Your ESN is nowhere to be found. You want to use an opportunity because of maybe what you people have seen on social media going on in the Biafra Republic government in exile. Then you want to use that opportunity to rejuvenate your already dead career. Your career that has already gone and gone for good. You want to use an opportunity to revive your career, but we are here to tell you that that can never happen. It is impossible, and you understand for you. Emapawales, stop deceiving our people. Now, Biafrans, I think this one I will have to bring I have to play it where you can, of course, hear the sound and the volume, of course. I have to put it, I have to, of course, download it and bring it to this very page where you can feel the sound. It is very, very important that you feel the sound. Meanwhile, for those of you that say you are confused, those of you that say you don't know what is going on, Kanjilinka from our PM, where that go be?
And like I said, many propaganda will come. Stand firm. Stand firm. Do not panic. Do not move an inch, for the time to go home has come.
For the time to go home has come. Many propaganda will come. That is from the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoko. He said, stand firm. My fellow Biafrans, I want you to know that this is a precarious time. This is a precarious time. And this very time is very, very crucial in the lives of every Biafran. You must stand firm. You don't know what the zoo is planning because they know that we are already there. And they can't fold their arms and watch Biafra Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, because they know what they gain. They know what they are gaining. As long as Biafra is still under the zoo, they know exactly what they are gaining. They gain a lot. Nigeria gains so much from Biafra and France and Biafra land. They gain a lot. They gain from our hard labor with peanut. They gain from our experience. They gain from our land, our mineral and solid resources. They gain so much from our land. So for you to live is very, very difficult for them. In fact, they won't even see that happening. It is impossible for them to see that happening. It is impossible for them to see that happening. This is something that I want everybody to know. You understand? It is impossible for them. Do you know that all the oil wells in Biafra land, all the oil wells in Biafra land, in fact, let me not say all, 100%, 99% of oil wells within the Biafra territory, including including those who are claiming, not claiming it is the reality. Imo State, old Imo State. If I want to be specific, what's the name of that very community where they came to burn the entire village some years back? Can somebody remind me the name of that very community where we have the largest gas deposit in the entire West Africa, if not Africa at large? Around Uguta. Can somebody remind me that very community close to Uguta where they have Izombe? Thank you, Darlington. Izombe. I think Izombe is inside Ohajebom or something like that. I may not be sure, but it's actually Izombe. Let me tell you something. Izombe, that is in Igbo land. Let us assume that other places in the, in the coastal region of Biafra land, let us not even talk of that, because when you talk about these oil wells, some of these Igbo politicians, they pay deaf ear to it, because sometimes they think that when we talk about oil wells, we are talking about where they call coastal region of Nigeria, which is of course coastal region of Biafra land. Their minds always go there. But let's bring it down to Ali Igbo Nkete in Izombe. Do you know that the people who are in control of the oil, not oil, the gas in Izombe are all Fulani? Are you aware? They are all Fulanis. So, how do you expect these people to leave their oil wells and go empty-handed? You people do not understand the fight that is ahead. You think it's all about coming to social media to rant, call people names, sit down in your comfort zone, use your keypad on your telephone to type. It's not all about that. We are facing what is called onerous task. We, the people of Biafra, that's why when this whole saga began, I was shedding tears. It pained me so much. You people do not know how it pained me. That's why the very first broadcast that I made, I was calling for peace and unity. I was calling for them to come together and have meeting. Those of you who did not even listen to that very broadcast, like someone sent me a message telling me to keep quiet, I shouldn't say anything. And that in that same message, they also said that somebody told them about my broadcast, but they did not watch the broadcast, and at the same time, they are sending me a message without knowing the content of my broadcast. So, you don't know how bad I feel, even as at this very point in time, because what is happening is not what I envisaged. And even the Prime Minister himself never, ever envisaged such a calamity that is going on. And who are the people gaining? Who are the people gaining? Who are the people gaining with all this whole thing happening? The people who are gaining, the people who are profiting are the enemies. The people who are profiting from what is going on are the enemies. Have you seen it? The people who are profiting are the enemies. And it's quite unfortunate. Now let me play for you, even though you have already seen it. Let me play for you to see the response of the Biafra Liberation Army after their encounter with, of course, the Zoo Janjaweed terrorists. But before this very video, let me first of all, of course, show you the update. Let me first of all show you the update from the Biafra Defense Forces. Just a moment. Just a moment. Why I was calling on the Emma Powerless who made that very statement to come and show us the job of the Eastern Security Network according to what he said is because I know he has nothing to show us. Why I play those videos of the terrorist army attacking our people is to let him know that he said ESN is going to protect our people who are going back home this Xmas period. For him to know, in case if he's living in the past, I want him to know that there is ongoing war, cold war going on in Biafra land, and even they themselves, they in the so-called DOS are not talking about it. How many of their erat that they claim to have gathered together, how many of them have you seen talking about the evil, the terrorism of the Zoo Janjaweed army in our land? How many of them since 2021, after the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his subsequent rendition to the zoo, have you seen any of them discussing or showcasing the terrorism going on in Biafra land carried out by the Nigerian military? Have you ever seen it? The answer is no. Every time they come to camera, they tell you how Mazi Samanepa is a sabo, how Mazi Samanepa has collected money, how Mazi Samanepa has taken money from the zoo, how he's a Nigerian agent, how he's this and that, how he become Wakbuda, how he has gathered boys to start doing kidnapping in Igbo land. That is their topic every blessed day for the past 4 years. Now, having shown you the activities of the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army in our land, now look at this person. This is how they roll. This is how they roll, and this is why they can never ever talk about. This is why they can never ever talk about what is happening in Biafra land. This is how they roll. Can you see the comment? This is how they roll. Okay, look at this person. And they he said, "You are a big fool. The war you and your useless Simon is causing in Southeast." Ewu. Odele ewu. He said ewu, meaning no boni Igbo, right? So Simon Ekpa and me, Odenanwa, are the ones causing the so-called insecurity, or as you call it, war, which is true, is war in Biafra land. And my question to you is very simple. I wish you could come into this very. I want this man called Emmanuel Kansieme or Kamsia. I like engaging people. I like argument. I love argument. But I like to argue with people that have reasoning. Now I'm going to send the link to the comment section only for this Emmanuel Jr. Because Emmanuel Jr. You called me a big fool, no problem. I accept. I'm the biggest fool in the world. Please, the link to this very studio has been pasted in the comment section. I want you to click that link only for that Emmanuel Jr. I'm going to post another link during when I will open the microphone for people to come in and make their contribution. I will open the microphone. I will paste the link again for you to join. Those who would like to comment on this very broadcast, Emmanuel Jr., the link, I'm sure you are still here. You haven't run away. The link is now in the comment section. It's only for you, strictly for you. Come in. How me, Simon L, are the cause the war in. And so Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has become an innocent man. I and Simon are the one that brought what you call the war in Biafra land. So please click the link and come in here, because I don't want to ask you. If I ask you a question now without you coming here, you are going to run away. So click that link and come here, so that, because I have some questions to ask you before you can be able to speak your mind. So click that link. If you don't click the link, shame on you. You are the one who is actually, in fact, maybe you're a Fulani man writing Ewu, because Ewu is a very simple word that every person can write. Even a Fulani man can write Ewu, especially nowadays that we have them in our land. They are all giving birth here. I don't know how or who are these Igbo women that are allowing Fulani to give birth, to impregnate them. It's quite unfortunate. These things that we are fighting against, that we need to free ourselves from the bondage of the zoo in order to control our land and our life, the affairs of our land, and of course our future. Now, according to the Biafra, or should I say information from the Biafra Defense Forces, officially said, update: the Biafra Defense Forces are neutralizing the occupied enemy forces in all angles. After throwing a U.S. military-owned 81mm mortar shelling bomb, I don't know, did you see, how many of you watched the pre-recorded broadcast that I posted in the evening, a couple of hours ago? How many of you watched it? So let me see if I have to. I'm seeing some people here. They already joined me already. I'm seeing some people in the studio. I sent the link for the so-called Emmanuel Jr. and other people are already joining me. Chineke Nalekwa. All right. Let me continue. Those of you who have already joined me in the studio, you must wait, because the link that I sent wasn't actually for you. But since you have already joined me, you must wait until when I'm done with my analysis, and then I will allow you to come up and speak. But the link is currently for Emmanuel Jr. Only powerless, boy, we can go powerless. Tezia Junior, maybe, I don't know. Him and Zama, they know how to run their business. So, did you watch the pre-recorded broadcast that I posted a couple of hours ago in the evening? If you watched it, please let me know in the comment section, because I might, be pushed to share that very video, how the Biafra, how the Zoo Janjaweed threw, of course, U.S. purchased bomb from their military fighter jet against on our men, or at our men, and God, in His infinity mercy, made it possible that our men were able to, of course, to capture that very heavy metal bomb, and it did not detonate. The bomb did not detonate. It was a history today. History was made today, and it was quite pleasing to see. So a lot of people have already confirmed that they watched the pre-record broadcast, the video that I shared. So therefore, there's no need of me to bring it again. Now, according to the Biafra Defense Forces, U.S. military-owned 81mm mortar shelling bomb to our men in Owerri base. The Nigerian army were neutralized in their numbers. In the same vein, the Biafra Naval Force, the Biafra Naval Force Wing, known as the Black Marine, has neutralized several of the Cameroonian occupying BIR forces in Abana Bakassi Peninsula. This happened when the Cameroonian terrorists were trying to take back control of the Abana waterfront. which the Biafra forces had been in control of. This update is for today. In fact, not just today, this evening, this very evening, as I'm speaking to you, it is a current development. And of course, Chukwu Okike Abiama bi n'eluigwe is with us. Chukwu Okike is with us, I can assure you. God is with us. Now, having shown you this, let me now show you.
We will go over and down. We will go over and down. We will be there. I'm ready to get out of the town. We will go over and have. You know, record. You know, record. And we will be there. No, we don't. What to do? No different. No peace. No peace. No peace.
This is the response from the Biafra Defense Forces, not from the Eastern Security Network, as these criminals in the DOS always portray. Directly from the Biafra Defense Forces, Biafra Liberation Army, life and direct, Emmanuel Jr. has disappeared. Because if you ever come here, you will go back in shame. If you are the powerless that we are talking about and change your name to Emmanuel Jr., if you come here, you will go back in shame. One question, you are done. Only one question. I'm not going to engage you for too long. Only one question, you are done. And when you are coming, remember your word. You say that I'm a fool. The word that I'm talking about is the one that I brought with Simon Eber. You cannot be writing on the comment section and you expect me to be responding to you. I've gone beyond that. They say I'm arrogant. I am very, very arrogant. You never know anything. I'm very, very arrogant. I love that. I love that. So I can be responding to you. I've shared the link. Come here and let us engage. If you go back without shame, then I will shut down this broadcast and I will quickly delete this very platform. It will never exist again. Mad people everywhere. Now, Biafrans, let me play for the second time and then we move. This is the response. I've shown you already the terrorism of the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army, and I'm showing you now the response from the Biafra Defense Forces. Pay attention.
We will go over and down. We will go over and down. We will be there. I'm ready to get out of the town. We will go over and have. You know, record. You know, record. And we will be there. No, we don't. What to do? No different. No peace. No peace. No peace.
Yes. We want to see the response from their so-called ESN that they are parading. Their name only. They are parading their names only. They say ESN is going to protect all the Igbos who are going back home. Why I have shown you video of the Zoo terrorist army causing havoc and terrorism in Biafra land, yet you haven't done anything about it. Your ESN did not do anything about it. Your ESN did not do anything about it. Yet you are writing memo, sharing memo. Without having anything to write home about. Now, let me show you something else. That's Emmanuel Jr. You have run away. You can't withstand it. Maybe you are a kid, or maybe you are a powerless, because I can see you are a DOS defender. You said that, let me say it for other people who are listening. Let me say it for other people who are listening. For record purposes, for your likes who may be thinking like you, saying Simon Ekpa is the one bringing war or insecurity in Biafra land. It is on record. It is on record that before the emergence of Mazi Simon Ekpa, there was already insecurity ravaging the entire Biafra territory. Even before then, there was already insecurity ravaging the entire Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Yes. During the NSAS, it was insecurity that caused NSAS. That's why they said end SARS. Mazi Simon Ekpa never partake on that very, protest. Many Nigerian youths were murdered in cold blood during the NSAS, and nothing happened till today. During the this just concluded protest in the zoo, many Nigerian youths, especially in the northern part of the zoo, were mauled in cold blood during that very protest and bad governance protest. So there have been already insecurity in the entire Zoological Republic. And apart from that, in Biafra land at large, when we used to talk about the UGM, these people think we are like them. We don't forget so soon. When we used to talk about the UGM, unknown gunmen, Mazi Simon Ekpa was not leading the struggle. Emmanuel Jr., I hope you are listening, your fellow and your likes. During the time of UGM, because that name is widely mentioned and it cannot even go away anytime soon. It's not going away anytime soon in the mouth and on the lips of all Nigerians. Unknown gunmen. Mazi Simon Ekpa was not leading the struggle. And they used to engage the zoo army and police, including setting ablaze their criminal camps in the name of police stations. When the zoo Janjaweed army mauled our youths in cold blood in Aba High School, 2017, Mazi Simon Ekpa was still doing his politics in Finland without even thinking of Biafra restoration. When the zoo terrorist army invaded a place known as Emene in Enugu State, in the old Enugu State, Mazi Simon Ekpa was not even thinking of joining the Biafra movement. When the zoo army invaded Onitsha Head Bridge and by that very young, fair lady, that young Igbo lady, I can never forget, that picture always comes to my face. That picture always appears to my face each and every time I think I talk about it. Mazi Simon Ekpa was never in this very struggle. When they invaded Mpo, Mazi Simon Ekpa was not there. These are all insecurity and wars going on in our land. Mazi Simon Ekpa was not there. Your own darling that you claim to be sent today, our own leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was already the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. But today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has become innocent. He is now a saint. But Mazi Simon Ekpa is now the bad person to you only and your likes. When they invaded Obibo, thank you, Malachi. When they invaded Obibo during the 2020 NSAS, Obibo is Igbo land and is a Biafra land. Mazi Simon Ekpa was not there in the struggle. You see the way they reason. Ijidefa, when you catch them, they will famia kazo. You see, when our people were protesting, they're not even protesting, they were celebrating for for Trump's victory in Iguacha. Many of them were Mawud. Many of them were, kidnapped in the name of arrest, taken to different destinations. Mazi Samanepa was not in the struggle. I'm counting them for you, and you are busy asking me if insecurity was this high, while I'm there counting them for you, and the result is there for you to know. That time, Mazi Samanepa was not in the struggle. The person who was leading the struggle was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And today, because your plan failed, the plan of the Zoo Janjaweed failed, the plan of Nigerian government failed, the plan of Igbo politicians failed, the plan of DOS failed, the plan of Ifeanyi Ejiofor failed, the plan of Uchechi Kanu failed, the plan of Asari Dokubo failed. And what was this plan? This plan was simply to capture Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and render Biafra liberation movement useless. They used the DOS to render it useless. It all failed woefully. And why did it fail? It failed because Mazi Samanepa came on board and said, no, I won't allow this very struggle to die. I must stand tall at the forefront and make sure that my people gain their freedom and independence. They say, so you are the one who want to come and challenge us. You are the one who want to come and spoil our party. You know, they were partying. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition to the zoo, it was party everywhere. Party everywhere. Because they thought it is over. Now, Mazi Samanepa has become a thorn on their flesh. More brutal than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They said, no, we have made a mistake. Therefore, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, hold Samanepa. Are you paying attention? Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, hold Samanepa. I think I'll play a video. I'll have to play a video for you now. Or maybe I will leave this video tomorrow. I'm going to leave this video tomorrow. Yes, I will leave this video tomorrow. Because of my time, I have not come here to waste a lot of time. I'm going to share the link once again, but please, and please, I want to ask anybody who is going to come to this very studio not to talk about any individual. Tomorrow is our fundraising, and of course, we will continue to do that thing that we have been doing since Mazi Samanepa was with us, until proven otherwise. That's what I'm saying. I want you to know my own stand. We will continue to do that thing that we have been doing, because that is the only thing I know. That is the only thing I know. I don't know any other thing. And I cannot take information from the social media and start talking about what I don't know about. Right? I am very, very sincere here. That's why I asked for an audience, and the audience was not given to me. Therefore, I have to continue with what I know about, which is the way we have been doing fundraising with a particular platform that we have been using. I don't want to go into all the shenanigans going on, because that will remind me the battle that I fought in the past against the DOS. I don't want to go into that. So please, tomorrow is our fundraising. The Biafra Defense Forces Biafra Liberation Army must be funded. I said it the other time that any day I see that Biafrans are still contributing, and again, the Biafra Defense Forces are not funded, I know who to hold responsible because I know who is in charge of the funds that Biafrans are contributing. It's very simple as that. Very, very simple as that, because my main objective, my main purpose now, as it stands now, is to make sure that Biafra Liberation Army is well funded in order for them to operate. If they are not well funded, they can never operate. So, on that very rock, on that very building of Mazi Samonepa is where I'm going to stand till proven otherwise. Akam Diocha. If you like, go on social media, call me all sorts of names. It's none of my business. No problem. You only ranting without evidence. I cannot come here and start laying baseless and false allegation against anybody without evidence. I don't do that. That is not my style. Until I have evidence against you, I will bring it to the public. So anybody who is calling me any name you want to call me, they say, okay, Nkere has paid me. You are the one who is saying it, but you can't prove it. And it's a great shame on anybody who says such without any proof. So that same stand where we have been standing, that same house that has been built by the Prime Minister is where me personally will stand. So fundraising is tomorrow. Every genuine Biafran who want freedom, who want the Biafra Liberation Army to continue, is advised to attend the fundraising and, of course, support the Biafra Liberation Army for the total liberation of Biafra and the elimination of the terrorists from our land. That's what I want to tell every one of us who is serious for freedom. That's all I can say for now. You all, I don't have to be announcing where you should put your money. It is already in the public, www.biafrarepublicgov.org. That is all I know. The one that I know that is genuine, which was made available by the Prime Minister BLGIE, His Excellency Mazi Samonepa. Until proven otherwise, I wanted to be proven otherwise. That's why I called for peace and for the meeting. You people should understand me better. I want to be proven otherwise. I also said that I am not saying that there shouldn't be changes. But when these changes are coming or will occur, let everybody be carried along. I made it very clear. The record is there on my broadcast. So that is all I have to say at this very point in time. So I'm going to share the link. And those of you who are joining me in the studio, please, 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 I beg of you, do not come here to talk about any individual. If you talk about any individual, whoever that it may be, I don't have an enemy. I don't have an enemy. Unless you are not fighting for freedom the way it should be, then you become my enemy. But for now, I still call whatever that is going on fracas. That is what I call it, fracas. But I told you one thing. In the next 1 month to 2 months, all Biafrans will know who is actually fighting for freedom or who actually want to continue with the freedom fight. That's all I can say for now. So if you think that somebody like me will come and start taking side because of what I'm hearing on social media, I am sorry for you. It is not me. I can't do that. I can't do that. The reason I called for the meeting is for peace to reign and for me to be cleared from the horse's mouth, so that I don't take information on social media the way they are calling people names, saboteur everywhere. You have taken money without any evidence, and then you want me to buy that nonsense and then start also join them to start castigating people. I can never do that. I can't do that. Not me. That's not me. All right. Of course, the link is now in the comment section because very, very soon we will be shutting down. Let me bring the people who are already in the studio. Please, like as I said, do not talk about any individual. If you talk about any individual, I will remove you immediately without wasting any time. No matter who you want to talk about. If it's not about the discussion at hand, don't tell me onye nke ajikwa bụrụ sabo maọbụ onye nke aji bụrụ sabo without any evidence. Please, I beg of you, so you don't say Biafra Unite, you are shutting me down. I don't like that. All right. Anya, Mazi Anya, please grab the microphone and talk to Biafrans.
Hello, Biafran. Good evening. Am I coming out?
Can you speak?
Hello?
Can you be audible so we can hear you? Go ahead, please.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay. Mmadụ asụ n'Igbo na-asụ n'Igbo. Ihe m chọrọ ikwu bụ na amara m ife bụ nsogbu ndị Igbo. I don't know what is the problem of the Igbos. Upon all the marginalization and the suffer ndị Igbo na-suffer na Nigeria, Ojukwu came out to save Igbos. They sabotage him. Owazwike came out. They sabotage him. Nnamdi Kanu came out. They sabotage him. Prime Minister Samuel Eba came out. The same thing. What do Igbo want? Can you Igbo show? Am I coming out clear?
Yes, Mazi, go ahead, please.
Okay. What do Igbo want? Igbo are Nigeria. Sorry. Coming to what is happening in this Biafra agitation now, BRGI, by Biafran government in exile. Mazi, our Igbo people will say, passing seat is not passing set. Passing seat is not passing set. I call these people, they are elected people.
No, Mazi, your voice is cracking. Your voice is cracking. I can't even get you anymore. Maybe you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Okay. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead, please.
Okay. I was saying. Hello, can you hear me?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I say, why are they disgracing us? Why are they disgracing themselves? Why can't them go inside and settle this thing out? It's quite unfortunate that people in that caliber, educated people, learned people, that in America, in Europe, are disgracing themselves. But once, before I drop my mic, what I want to say is that ndị Igbo vary blood. There have been so many innocent blood that have died because of this struggle. Ụfọdụ ji enye ọnwụ iwe ọnụma wee nwụ n'ọnwụ, ụfọdụ ji ikikere eze wee nwụ maka na Biafra sịkwa Biafra asịrọ. Ụfọdụ nwụ mana kama obi na-agba ha. What I'm telling them now, what I want to tell them now, whoever that want to care, whoever that is hearing me, the blood of innocent people that die in the course of this struggle, Biafra, we never forgive anybody that into this struggle or into this liberation or into this Biafra that is not with his or her heart or mind. Even when he's to liberate Indigo, to liberate Biafra from this country called Nigeria, the blood of innocent people will not forgive them. They must suffer. If they like, let them belong to any highest occult in this world. Since there is God, since there is Chukwu Gikabiama, they will suffer it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If they not suffer it now, their generation will suffer it. Thank you, Mercy. Continue in your good work. I use my mic. Thank you.
Thank you, Machineke. Okwu gị kwụ ọtọ dịka siga. Okwu gị kwụ ọtọ. God bless you. It's a disgrace, a very big disgrace. Very, very big disgrace, honestly speaking. God bless you. Thank you for that, your, of course, submission. Festus, please grab the microphone.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening. I also want to make it clear once again that we are not here for saga. I have said it before, and I want to repeat it again. My concern as it stands right now is to make sure that the defense of Biafra land is sustained. Woto must be
Yes,
sustained. Hold
yes,
on,
Mas. Thank you. Okay.
hold on, Mazi Festus. I'm making this announcement for all parties involved, especially those who are in control of the Biafra Republic Gov.org/donate account, which is the one that I know, that is official from the Biafra Republic government in exile, and most importantly from the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Those who are in charge of that very account must make sure that the Biafra Defense Forces are well funded as Biafrans continue to support financially with that same account. That is where I stand. Any other thing, I don't know about it. You can go on social media, gossip, rant as you like. It's none of my business. Once Biafra land is secure through our defense, through our security, as long as the zoo terrorist continues to receive woto in our land, I am very, very comfortable, extremely okay. Any other person talking any other, whatever they are talking, gossip, my name, take it to anywhere. It is none of my business. I am not here for that. Egwugo m nnukwu mmiri, egwugo m osimiri, ọ bụrụzie gọta ya efe m arụ, ọ dị possible. Ka a na-aga n'iru biko, Maazị Festus, please grab the microphone.
And there Biafra Unite. Emma Adegulam na mo an follow gi whatever for a long time since the day Martin and kind of started this struggle. So you have been hammering on, and you have been standing on the truth, you know. So I know that you are a very straight and truthful person. So I've been following you all this while. So, but now suggest here, you know, this struggle has leadership. So, and we must follow that leadership. Even though our prime minister is inside, I believe that somebody have appointed as a deputy, you know, to continue until maybe probably after the investigation and so on. So why is it our people is not following the person that is the deputy I believe that prime minister have pointed out? Why there all this confusion? Because this is coming to play as a childish. All these people are adults. So in other words, they are disgracing us. So all I'm trying to say that people should follow it, because what about if our prime minister come out now? How is he going to feel? And he cannot tell me, as you are now, that there is no deputy that someone have pointed out for us to follow until we come out. As Martin Nankan did when he did it, I think when he had the issue, there was a deputy leader there, that is Uchemofo, but he messed up. So what I'm trying to say in this case, there is a deputy prime minister which we should follow.
Thank you for your submission, my brother, Mr. Festus. You see, I made it clear that I don't want to talk about anybody, but you want to drag me into a conversation that I don't want.
I'm not doing anything.
Hold on, relax. I don't want you to drag me into a conversation that I don't want to engage myself with. Whether deputy or no deputy, I don't want to talk about it. And following leadership or instruction is normal. What I'm saying is this: you people do not know where I'm coming from. I have no problem with the leadership. I have no problem with the government. I have no problem with any individual, be it Ngozi Orabueze or Genkere. I have no problem with any of them. My problem is this: dissolving the government in exile on the stage, only to come back and form another government in exile. As far as I'm concerned, it does not make sense to me. And there is a charter which has pronounced or proclaimed as a law, which I played the video from beginning, that clarified how everything will be done when this government will be dissolved and how it will be dissolved. I am a man that follows the rule of law. That's why I'm fighting for freedom. If any of you listened to my previous broadcast and you did not understand me properly, you need to go back, leave your sentiment beside, leave your emotions beside, come out with your genuine sense, be neutral and come out with your genuine sense. You will understand what I said and what I meant. You cannot dissolve a government in exile and form another government in exile. It's not possible. No country has ever done it before. And you cannot dissolve a government in order for you to operate in a vacuum. These are the things that I'm talking about. If you have issues with any individual within the government, you call a cabinet meeting. If you cannot work with this person, you find a way to dissolve the matter inside. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on. You find a way to dissolve the matter inside without blowing it out of proportion and bringing it to the social media. I don't support that. A lot of people, or not even a lot of, some people have already been talking about this, calling people names, calling saboteurs and all that. And those who are in charge did not call them to order. Those that they say they are fighting for or defending did not call them to order. This is the same thing that happened during the DOS. I was shouting on top of my voice, stop these boys who are coming out to lay baseless allegations against Mazi Samonepa. I was shouting on top of my voice, stop them, calling Chike Dozie, stop them, calling China Sanwo-Olu, stop them. All my advice, my calls and everything fell on deaf ears. And it was very open to me that they were out for destruction. So you must go back and check who are the people who started coming out in the public, calling people saboteur without any evidence, laying baseless allegations against individuals in the government without any evidence. When you go and check that, you tell yourself the truth. And there is a question there. The same as this Samonepa said after the declaration of Biafra, they're going to dissolve the government. It is a lie. It is a typical lie. I have put it upon anybody who said so to go and bring the record. There is a laid down rule the way the government will be dissolved, not to dissolve the government and operate in a vacuum. People who are wise will understand what I'm talking about. I don't have any problem with following leadership, following instruction. If you want to follow instruction, you should have followed command and control. There shouldn't be autopilot in the first place. There shouldn't be Biafra Republic government in the first place. There wouldn't even be Mazi Samonepa in the first place. All of us would have been following command. Even you talking now would have been following command and control. When the order came from China Sanwo-Olu to our men on ground, lay down your hand, drop everything you have as an arm, go back home, and when duty calls, you will be recalled. That was the order from China Sanwo-Olu. I was there. drop your arms, go back home. You will be recalled when duty calls. That was the order from Chinas and straight order from Chinas and Woru. A lot of our men said never, because this is the time we needed the arms because our leader has been kidnapped. This is the time we needed it most. So if you want to tell me, if you want to follow sheepishly and you want to follow without asking questions, I do ask questions. That's what makes me Biafra Unite. I ask questions so that when I'm fighting, I know what I'm fighting for. So if you want to follow sheepishly because you have leadership, and then you shouldn't have autopilot in the first place. You shouldn't have Biafra government in exile in the first place. You understand what I mean? That is how it is. We ask questions. We ask questions in order for us to be clarified and be clear on what we are doing. It doesn't matter the name that I've been called now, but tomorrow, Biafrans will know who is actually sincere to continue the fight for freedom. I am not siding Ogenkere, neither am I siding Ngozi Orabueze. What I'm saying is that the Biafra defense must remain intact. And as far as I'm concerned, me personally, will continue with the same foundation laid down by the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. If there's any otherwise, I called for peace or clarification, and these two things fell in deaf ears. Some people were asking me, why do you have right to call for a meeting? When something like this is happening, when the house is on fire, myself as an elder in this struggle, who is an old person in this struggle, who has been standing on the side of the truth, who has fought the good fight to get to where we are today, I have every right to call for peace or to call for a resolution or to call for a meeting. Anybody thinking that I don't have the right, he's a newcomer. Thank you, my brother. Do you have any other thing to say, or you still have a question to ask?
No, like you have said it all. Like I told you before that as you said before, that is true. You have been there for long. So I've been following you for a long time. This is almost, I don't know if it's 10 years now or what. So you have been there for long, and anybody saying such thing, for me, is ignorant and it doesn't actually know you. So I thank you for the explanation. So because I thought what was said in public is what our prime minister said, but here now you are saying that is not truth, that is a lie. So the thing is, the thing is just very
Our prime minister said, when Biafra is fully liberated from Nigeria, there will be a transitional government that will put things in place.
Okay.
And after that, we are going to resolve the Biafra government in exile, because right now we are still in exile.
Okay.
When Biafra is liberated from Nigeria, he never ever mentioned after the declaration of Biafra in Finland, we are going to dissolve government. He never said anything. When Biafra is liberated from Nigeria, then we are going to have what is called a transitional government.
Okay, Mazi. So I'm actually making a all this particular issue now, this dissolvement of government, this Biafra government in exile, cause all this katakata online.
Good.
Or is there any other sin that cause it?
Good. You have asked a very sensible question, my brother. Are you aware that in the first broadcast that I made concerning this very issue, I asked them to call a general cabinet meeting without bringing it to the social media, and I would like them to invite me there so I can say something and even plead on behalf of anybody that offend any other person.
Exactly, because I've followed you for long, like I said before, and I know that you're a very truthful person, because the information you are giving me, I know is authentic, because you have not deviated or say anything contrary to, because you have standed on the truth, always saying the truth.
Very good and fine. Now,
that's why now, as you are clarifying me now, so because all of us thought we just see katakata online, why our people cannot keep their mouth shut?
Now, my brother, you asked me a question and I'm answering that question. You see, I have made it clear several times that I can never take side or to begin to defend anybody because I do not know what caused their problem. Have you ever heard me say that since all these days?
Okay. I don't understand.
Okay, good. You never heard me say it. I am not going to say follow this person or follow that because I don't know what is their problem. That is the main reason why I called for them to come together to resolve the matter amicably.
So
But my
what was
call,
the outcome? What was the result? Did they come out or not?
they did not listen to me. I made the call openly on broadcast. I also made the call privately, which I played the voice note day before yesterday on my broadcast. I made the call openly and secretly. They declined.
Nothing.
None of them came to the meeting, and that's why I said I cannot in any way begin to fight anybody or stand for anybody without me knowing what is the problem. And I want to hear from both of them why they are present. I don't
Okay.
want anybody to call. This one will call me and tell me his own story, and then another one will call me and tell me her own story. At the end of the day, I will not know who is saying the truth because on well only you understand me now. So
And
that's why I'm saying, okay, for the fact that they have all declined my call, declined for the peace talk, then I will only stand with the lay down rules and foundations of our prime minister until proven otherwise or he comes out. And how
okay,
am
I
I going to
understand.
stand on our prime minister's lay down rule and regulation? Number one, I want to stand because I stand for the freedom of Biafra, and I have already known how the freedom will come. The freedom will come in two ways, right? Remember, our prime minister said we are fighting in multidimensional approach. Number one,
Yes.
we are fighting through legal means. We are fighting through our lobbying, structures, which we are lobbying America especially to recognize Biafra. Now,
Yes.
the third, we are also fighting with arms, which is we are defending our land against the terrorists. You understand? So
Exactly.
my
Yes.
first concern, because I know where I am and I know how the environment is. So my main concern is the defense of Biafra, which I know, even though you are lobbying America to support you or to recognize you, if there is no defense, if you are not fighting on the ground that you want to liberate, America will never listen to you. Let me make it clear. I'm happy you are asking these questions. Now, my main concern is the defense of Biafra. This is the number one way of freedom. If you want freedom, you must fight on ground. That land you want to liberate, you must fight for it.
Exactly.
And we have been fighting for it here on ground. Before now, we have been fighting for it. So my main concern here, and why I'm making it clear to everybody to know. Some people say you are speaking from the both side of your mouth. No.
All those people don't know you because that you don't need to listen to them because
Good.
they don't actually know you. Me that know you for years. So I stand here now to defend you. So let them listen to me. I know many of them are listening. So I believe you are the only, or should I say few, media that is standing here today, still standing firm. Others have talk rubbish and come out and talk, yab their mouth and not talk whatever they like. But you are standing and on the truth all this while. So let everybody should listen to you. And I'm very, very happy to you. And I thank you so much that you came out now to clear this confusion. So I'm very happy and I thank you so much.
Yes, so thank you, my
Remain
brother.
blessed.
Now, let me also make it clear before you leave, because I have more people in the studio. Why am I talking about defense of Biafra? There are two reasons. Number one is defending our land against the terrorist invaders, against the invading terrorists who are coming here to destroy our lives and property by our women and children. It is our priority to defend our land through the Biafra Defense Forces.
Yes, you are being
Then,
support of that. Yes.
good. Then,
That-
using the same Biafra Defense Forces, which we have Biafra Liberation Army and Biafra Resistance Fighters and others, including the Biafra Navy, using the same Biafra Defense Forces to fight against those who are coming to buy our women and children in the name of Nigeria military or police. Now, this defense or these defense forces will always operate when funds are made available to them. And Musa made one comment. He said, kill the funding, stop the funding. You understand me now? So now, because they know without fund, we cannot operate. The Biafra Defense Forces cannot operate. So for the fact that I know about Biafra Defense Forces and I know what they stand for, I know their operation. That's why I'm saying it is my main priority. My main priority is to make sure that the Woto continues.
Okay.
And since the Biafran people have been supporting this Woto through a particular means that has been made available by the Prime Minister, His Excellency Mazi Samonepa, that is where I am still standing, that the Woto must continue.
We are defending ourselves. Yes.
Yes, by defending ourselves is our right.
That is, you are right. It's in the law. So
yes,
it's not an offense.
Yes, so if anybody or people, Biafran people who are supporting the liberation movement, supporting our men on ground through the means made available by the Prime Minister, I will hold the people who are in charge of that very means, with that very account, responsible if the Woto is no longer happening. If the Zoom is no longer being chased out of our land. If you are contributing your money through the Biafra Republic gov.org/donate, I know the people who are in charge of it. I don't care about their fight. They can do whatever they like in the government. I don't care about their fight because I have called them for peace. They declined, meaning that they like the fight. They want to fight. So those who are in charge of that very account, I know them in person and I know their names. So if the land of Biafra is no longer defended, while I see Biafrans contributing through that account, which I support with all my heart, because that is the available means made available by our Prime Minister and the same government. If the people in charge of that account is no longer doing the needful, I will still come out here in the public and tell the Biafran people, look,
I
but
know,
for now,
because you have been debunking it all this while.
Yes, for
I
now,
stand you for that.
Thank you. For now, which I know that the whole thing is still going on, our men are still defending our land, I will still support people, Biafrans, to contribute their hard-earned money towards that account until proven otherwise. That's my stand. Thank you, my brother.
What you are showing us, sorry sir, before you go, what you are showing us now that that means now is still viable. Nothing has not been tampered.
100% until proven otherwise. And how do they prove me otherwise? There are only two ways to prove me otherwise. Number one is if I see that our men are no longer doing the needful, then everything has failed. And number two, to prove me otherwise, is if they could bring down their egos and their imakonyembo and honor the cabinet meeting, come together and they find a way to move forward. whichever way they have found to move forward, togetherness is very, very important. I will support it. That is my stand.
Thank you, sir. It's
Thank
clear.
you. God bless you, Mazi. God bless you. All right. Sorry, it's better that I take time to address that. I know it has taken a whole lot of time, but it is very, very important to address that. Now, I will bring Ogwejo Fano. Please unmute yourself and grab the microphone.
Okay. Good evening, Dr. United. Am I coming out clear?
Yes, you are highly welcome. Please go ahead.
Yes. Good evening, dear friends all over the world. And thank you once again. And I want to thank you especially to you, Mazi Odinanwa, Biafra Unite. Yes, you're on the right track and you're doing the right thing.
Sorry,
Good.
Mazi. Sorry for cutting you short. Somebody, I remember something. I heard they said that they called me saboteur, and they said that during Nelly Ofe, they say Nelly Ofebu bought me some gadgets, and and Nelly Ofebu is having my picture. That's why I'm attacking the new government. They also said that Mazo Genkere is having my picture, my everything. That's why I'm attacking the new government. I have never attacked anybody. I have never attacked anything. And Nelly Ofebu, they are talking about. Um, I have never, ever, never. I don't even have to debunk anything. Please go ahead, Mazi. Go ahead, please. Please,
Mazi,
people should continue to talk, continue to allege. Nelly Ofebu paid me billions. Continue. Please go ahead.
Mazi Odinanwa, the truth of the matter is that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, told us that when you stand on truth and diligence, Biafrans will follow you. There's something you said yesterday when you made your podcast. You said that you are one side observing, and that is the right word. I will tell you that is the right word because I was not there in Finland. You were not there in Finland. Most of these people saying all this were not in Finland. Now those in Finland knows what happened and where all these shenanigans started from. That is why sometimes when I tell somebody that I am on the neutral ground on what is going on, but because of PM, the respect I have for Mazi Simon Ekpa, I have a very good respect to the office he instituted.
Mazi, can
And
you
that
get closer to your microphone because your voice is very, very deep?
Okay, okay. I want to, because of the office that our PM instituted, I have my respect for that office, and that office must not go the wrong way. Be you who until the PM returns, because I don't see a reason where if a genuine Biafran comes up to ask question and somebody that claims that he or she is in power will block the person on X handle, restricting the person access to information and communication. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not do this. Our PM did not do this. This is where we are seeing it. And when Biafran comes up to ask question, you block the person again. Most of you giving most because you know what happened there in Finland. If not for the saga that is going on, we wouldn't have known that a Finland police was called to take one of somebody out of the event ground. We do not know this until this whole saga started. And this sole person that claimed that he or she was asked to leave the ground is on air now, saying all kind of what God knows what, because these people are giving us a whole lot of red flags, saying all what is true and what is not true online. And somebody is in control instead of the person controlling the person leave the person to be causing havoc and distractions everywhere. I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
causing, okay, come up.
You can just round up. Like as I said, I told Biafrans one thing. There is one particular word that I told Biafrans. I don't want to give the opportunity for people to come here and focus on any individual. There is one word that I told Biafrans. I've made my own very clear. I've made my stand very clear. Don't ask me who am I supporting. Not you. I'm telling Biafrans. Don't ask me who do you stand with. I still stand with the structure that was put in place by the Prime Minister Mazi Samanepa. That is number one. And we all know that structure. That structure is the Biafra Republic government in exile. So if there's any new changes, if there are changes, I am not aware because I cannot take information from social media when I am claiming to be insider. I can't take information from social media. Then, as long as my concern is the Biafra Defense Forces to be well funded, I will continue to ask Biafrans to support financially through the institution that was put in place by the Prime Minister and the same Biafra government. And that institution remains one institution, which is biafrarepublicgov.org/donate. That is what I know. Any other new thing, I would need clarification before I can run with that. That's my stand. And if you hear people like me, I heard that I've been sacked. I don't know how people sacked me without employing me. Nobody employed me. Nobody pays me salary. Ogenkere has no right to come out in the public to say Biafra United has been sacked. Ngozi Orabueze has no right whatsoever to come out in the public to say Biafra United has been sacked, because none of these persons employed me and none of them pays me salary. So nobody has any right to say Biafra United has been sacked whatsoever. Nobody has that right to do that. You understand me now? So that is where I stand until proven otherwise. Until proven otherwise. So anybody who wants the defense of Biafra to continue to be effective must support the Biafra movement financially through the biafrarepublicgov.org/donate. That is where I stand. I don't like in a situation whereby people will take me back to DOS, whereby immediately Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and rendered to Nigeria, everybody was removed and replaced automatically with OS members. I don't want that moment. That thing I fought that very fight, and I don't want to go back to it again. Even Mazi Samanepa, our prime minister, also fought for the one they call Prince Darlington and other people that were fraudulently sacked by the DOS. We fought for them, even though they later turned against us because they wanted to support criminality. They turned against us after fighting for them. I don't want to go back to that. Immediately Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was captured, boom, everybody Sack. So those people were not doing fine when Mazinam Dekano was there. It was immediately Mazinam Dekano was kidnapped, then they become evil and they have to be sacked, including Osoji. So I don't want to go back there. Please let us move forward. Continue, my brother, and run so I can bring others in.
Okay, thank you. Lastly, before I go, I will advise Biafrans we should go back to the past brokers of our leader and thereof of our PM because the warning our leader Mazin Kano gave our PM, I was on air that very day when he gave him that warning. He shouldn't allow the devil to use him, not when being given him office, he will he will turn against Biafrans because the zoo is ready to pay with so much with everything, even buying a house in Dubai when he gave him that warning. So every person under this Biafran government, under the office of the Prime Minister, must take that warning from our leader. Now, secondly, the fundraising I'm talking about, I have a question for you. Um, Biafra Unite, I have a question for you. What if this division costs more? What should we do? Can we have a de facto government operated here in the homeland by having a head office to take over now that we have redeclared and now defending? Can we activate the de facto government here in the homeland? Is it possible?
Come again with your question, please.
Okay, my question goes like this. This the way we are going, can we activate the de facto government uh, here in the homeland? Can it be activated? Considering
It
now
is
that we considering now that we have already redeclared and now defending, because power belongs to the people, can that be possible? That's my question.
if I understand you properly, you are talking about de facto government. If we can activate the de facto government, is that what you are asking?
Yes.
The de facto government has been activated long ago, not today. It has been there for many years, for a few years now. So the only thing, the reason why it is called de facto government is because we are still under the occupation of Nigeria. This government in the homeland is not yet a constitutional or constitutionally recognized government in the homeland. That's why it is called de facto government. So it is a government that operates under another, not under a government that operates while there is another government that occupies the territory. You understand me? So the
Okay.
government of Nigeria, through their military and police, are physically occupying our land. So the facto government has been activated long ago. The only time we are going to have physical address to our office, to the government offices, is when we fully liberate Biafra from Nigeria. Then we are going to have what is called transitional government, whereby we are going to have the office of the prime minister and, of course, other offices that serve in the government. So after that, we are going to create a lot of things under the government that will serve the Biafran people, whereby we will have all arms of the government, including the judiciary, the police, the military, and everything. The national government will come into effect. The constitutionally recognized government will come into effect after the transitional government of Biafra has conducted the election through the electoral commission, and people of Biafra will elect their leaders, the people they want to lead. They want them to lead them after campaigning and all that. And then when they are being sworn in, then the transitional government will cease to exist, and then the constitutionally recognized and the national government will come into effect from the moment they are being sworn in. But the transitional government does not need general voting. It is the same government in exile that will merge with the de facto government in the homeland to form what is called a transitional government, which is going to run the affairs of Biafra for no less than or a period not exceeding 4 years. That is how it's going to be. Biafra de facto government is there already. We are waiting for a fully liberated Biafra nation for things to begin to happen.
Okay,
And how do we
because why
how
I
do we
ask,
how do we liberate this Biafra? Is through the fight that we are engaging with the two, and of course the diplomatic approach that we have embarked on. Thank you.
okay, thank you very much, thank you very much. I just asked this question because I just think in my thought that that power can go back to our command on ground, so that they can be the only power to command since the PM is not around for now until he comes back. But thank you for your answer. Let's take to that
Yeah,
answer.
we cannot, you see, because we have a government, even though it's in exile, we have a government, and the Biafra Defense Forces, the Biafra Liberation Army, cannot assume command and power
Okay.
because we are not operating under military regime. Their own command is within them. They command. We have commanders in Biafra Defense Forces. We have commanders, people like Commander Butus and co. So they command the military, the Biafra Defense Forces who are fighting for the liberation of Biafra have commands within their ranks. But there is a government, even though it is in exile, this government is the one that oversees the affairs of the Biafra liberation movement.
Okay.
You understand, my brother?
Yes, I understand very well. Thank you.
All right. God bless you. All right. Now we have to. I will right now start making it brief so that we can be able to entertain more questions before we call it a day. Nnaji Evans, please grab the microphone.
Good evening, Mazi Odinanwa, Udo Diri Mechiko Kabiama. Continue to guiding you.
You say?
Please, I'm very, very, very happy. Mazi Odinanwa started from yesterday. My joy have come back again because it's after the redeclaration of United States of Biafra. When this katakata begin to happen, I never get myself. I fall into sick because I know what people pass through in this Biafra land. Since the kidnapping of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Chile government in exile come and took over, and Biafra rise again. Then after this declaration, the katakata come enter, not to get myself. But after 2 days, after your explanation in the live broadcast, yes, I'm always following you since started from Nnamdi Kanu. But today is the first day I come live. But I'm always following you. I'm very, very happy because the explanation that you did yesterday, I can't continue to hear the word for those people that fighting where they are reconciliation by themselves, saying that let it be as it be before till our prime minister come out. I'm very, very happy. I can't say that it's because of your explanation day before his day, but only God knows. I thank Chukwuka Abiyama for them coming back. Whatsoever do be their problem, let them solve it by themselves. Whether dissolve or not dissolve, let it be in that way. Let us stand for our enemy, fight for our enemy. We can't fight ourselves again. enough is enough. I thank Chukwu Okeabiama. I say thank you in that stood on because you always start in the truth. I always listen for you any day that you come online because truth stand like cigar, as you said. I want to ask you a question. The question that I want to ask you is this: to fight zoo is not easy, and our faith now is our men on ground now that are defending us for the Janjaweed terrorist army. You see what is happening today. I saw your live broadcast before this night where you explain everything, both all the missiles they throw for our people that is not below. It's only Chukwuka is guiding them. My question is this: that since we have government in exile and Biafra have been declared, I ask, why can't you people, because you they closer than we, why can't government in exile look for a country that can support us? We can say, okay, we use this to exchange this because our
Thank you,
men need.
Mazi. Thank you. I've had your question. Do you know what the meaning of lobbyist, lobbyist or lobbying or
Yes,
lobbyist?
I do not too understand that.
Good. That lobbying firm we are working with. The meaning of lobbying is trying to bring others and convince them to support what you are doing. That is what we are doing. The government is on it, so don't worry. Once that is materialized, it doesn't take. It's not something that take one day. It takes time to convince a government to recognize your effort. So we are there. By the time everything will materialize, once everything is materialized, Biafrans will know about it. You will hear that other governments are already recognizing us. That is what we should be focusing now on, the defense of Biafra before the enemies came in and try to divide us. Thank you, Mazi. God bless you. God
Thank
bless you
you.
for
God
your
bless
question.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Everybody must make it brief now because I don't want this very broadcast to go up to 3 hours. Mazi Ejima Biafra, please grab the microphone. Everybody has 2 minutes now to round up, please. Ejima Biafra, grab the microphone. Ejima Biafra is not paying attention. Okorie, grab the microphone and talk to Biafrans, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Wachineke. You're welcome.
Yeah, one more. Thank God. I'm gonna go there.
Sorry,
I
my
want
brother.
to.
Hold on. There is something laughable here. Something laughable. Some unscrupulous elements said that the old account has been hijacked by the ex-finance minister. The old account has been hijacked by the same person that has been in charge of it. The account has been hijacked by the same person that has been in charge of it for years. Go ahead, my brother. Okay, when I afford the brain and the buy one brain or cocoa. Go ahead, please.
After following our prime minister up to now, people will have money from us. Please, people, tomorrow is our day. Tomorrow is our
Yes,
fundraising.
yes, sir.
Fundraising is our main point. Nothing. No, what's the another thing? I will need fund to fight.
Yes,
To
sir.
fight this government. Everybody should stop saying that. Nobody who's supposed to be confused. Oh, wait, nothing like confused here. I don't see anything here.
Imagine.
Who have anything here? The man asking how they confused, how they confused, how they confused. Bro, okay, hang I am what I hear. Here the
Imagine.
same thing during Nani, made their leader Nani Carlo. The US their problem. People started how they are confused. They are confused. This one. Now look at where we are today. That same thing now is want to repeat itself again. Some people are still saying they are confused. Confused of what? What are you confused of what? After just only 2 weeks. It's up to 3 weeks. It's up to 3 weeks now. People are saying they are confused. You have a government, and that government, our prime minister laid down that government. And we need to stand together till our prime minister is out. before almost any changes, then I can still came. But for now, everything is intact for our prime minister.
Yeah.
So we were going to stay together till the day he come out. I've already make up my mind. Even though it's only me, I will stand.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to stand on this government till the prime minister's out.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brother. The CK.
Thank you.
Onye nwere ntị ya nụrụ. Onye nwekwara ntị do confused naga. For more, I'm not confused because I know what I'm doing. Thank you.
All right. Please, I will only allow 2 more persons to speak. Everybody to 2 minutes, please. I don't want this broadcast to exceed 2 hours and 55 minutes. Okay. Anya, please grab the microphone. Anya, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I come again. The reason why I come again is that I see some people on the comment section typing rubbish, calling you sabo, or I don't know why our people are like this. Everything is clear. Okay, you just say something here that Musa say stop them. So why can't Biafra stand on that account that our prime minister have been using before he was called? Why can't them?
No. The account has been hijacked by the same person that have been operating it.
See how people reason. See how people reason. See how I have written all some of their comments on the comment section before I came back again. I don't know why people are like this. Okay, I want to tell Biafran, let them cool down and listen, and let their spirit tell them the truth. What is on this issue now? The account, Master Monaiba have been using this account for long, and now you say you will not use the account again. Please, I urge people that are donating, if I have a way to donate, because I'm in Lagos, I would like to donate, but I don't have the way to donate. Please, I ask their friends to go and donate to that the same account. Don't mind people that are in the social media. Sorry to say, there's one brother that I've been following. He said that because DOS is against COS. That is why he will continue to support her. Why will you say such a thing? Just ask us. We just listen. Just go through what is happening before you know where you're standing. Are you getting me? So whatever that happened, let them use that former account. If you love Prime Minister Simon Eba, use the account he has been using before he was called. And I stand to sorry, 1 minute, 5 seconds more. I stand to say it again. I have said it. Blood of the innocent people will pursue whosoever that is not genuine. And I want to sabotage this thing. The blood must hurt that person and hurt their generation. I don't mind. Thank you.
Thank you. That is where we are. That is exactly where we stand. Like as I said, just all these shenanigans, just give it 1 month. Give it 1 month. And then we will come back and know who is actually fighting for the liberation of Biafra. Just give it only 1 month, only. 1 month. If it stays for too long, 2 months, you'll be hearing things from different angles, and then you will contrast and compare. I don't have any, one thing I'm going to assure Biafrans is that I will not come here to castigate anybody. What I did last time is to read out the Biafran Charter, how the government will be run and how the government will be dissolved. And today, the PM said the charter has become a law, which I played from the beginning of the broadcast. Let me also play it again.
You have made history today. the power conferred on me as the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic of Exile. And after you have voted for the open gate for Biafra freedom, which is 100% vote, this charter has become a law, and therefore shall be called.
Did you hear that? He said the charter has become a law and shall be called Biafra Helsinki Declaration. If you don't like it, then you don't like the PM. So it's very simple. Very, very simple. That is what I read and translated just a couple of days ago, 2 days ago. And that is where I stand. So any other thing, I come out the lawyer. You can go on and call me any name you like. It's not a problem for me. I have received those names when I was fighting the DOS. They called me that name, but at the end, they came back. At the end of the day, when their eyes opened, they came back to me. So if the COS is the one who is right, fighting for Biafra liberation, you will know in the nearest future, in the next 1 or 2 months, you will know. If Mazo Genkere is the one who is right, although Mazo Genkere has never said he's the one that wants to assume office as the prime minister or the leader. I never heard him said anything like that. So all these allegations, Genkere want to hijack, Genkere want to be leader, Genkere want to be prime minister. I never heard Genkere said anything like that. So if Genkere is truly the one that want to hijack and take over the prime minister position in the coming weeks or months, you will know. So let us keep it there. Don't be too fast. Don't conclude yet. Just stay in defense, but make sure you keep on supporting the same way you have been supporting financially if you want the defense of Biafra to continue. Thank you very much. God bless you. Don't stop praying for our Prime Minister for his victory in court in Finland, and of course our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Pray for those who are genuinely in heart fighting for the liberation of Biafra, and of course pray for our men on ground for victory always against the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom terrorist army and police. May God bless you all. See you. Of course, from me from here, it is good evening.